Australia has just experienced the worst bushfire in history, and it has had a devastating and upsetting effect on the environment, animals, and the people. We need to start to put preventive measures in so we don't experience that loss again. Take a look at this video for the effects of current bushfires.
Good evening. For days we've been warned it was coming, and tonight communities across New South Wales are fighting to save their towns as the bushfire emergency roared back to life. Right now, more than 140 fires burning across the state, 11 at emergency level. That intimidating eerie darkness returned to a number of towns. In Sydney, the heat's been extraordinary, breaking new records at Penrith, hitting 48.9 degrees at 3 o'clock. And as we come on the air, the hunt for arsonists in our west and southwest. But first, Robert Avadia has the latest on the South Coast threat.
Intimidating pictures from an RFS helicopter west of Nowra as the Currowan fire roared into new life today. A house was right in front of the flare-up. It's moving fast. Coastal residents warned to seek shelter. And at Neligan, west of Batemans Bay, another monster.
In December 2019 and January of 2020, around Australia, 60 fires were burning across the state, 40 of which were out of control, nearly 50 fires burning in Queensland. Millions of hectares of bushfires had been out of control, destroying not only the land, but the animals and life that were a part of the land. In 1974 to 1975, in New South Wales, there were also fires that had become out of control, which had destroyed nearly 4.5 million hectares. But 2019-2020 had become much worse. As the fires blazed out of control, not only a million of animals were killed, but also 25 people had been confirmed dead due to the fires, and 10 million hectares burned. However, it was not only Australia that had been affected by the devastating bushfires. California had faced traumatic fires, making nearly 200,000 people flee from their homes for their own safety. California has seen 1,600 acres burn in wildfires.
Australia, where they're facing those massive fires, already among the worst in that country's history, with more than 12 million acres scorched. And officials are warning the next few days will be even worse. Maggie Rulli is there in New South Wales, Australia for us this morning with the latest. Good morning, Maggie.
Robin, the family who lives here tells me they have been battling back these flames for the past 2 weeks, getting as little as a couple hours of sleep every night. People here are exhausted, and unfortunately it looks like things are just going to get worse.
This morning, a mass evacuation underway as thousands flee their homes, escaping an apocalyptic sight in Australia. The massive bushfires now visible from space, engulfing the size of more than 50 New York cities.
But not like this.
What's different?
The blackness, the darkness, the intensity of it. It's like a apocalypse. It's like something that you've never experienced before.
The blazes, a near constant threat for months.
With these winds starting to pick up, you can see just how dangerous these hot spots are, how quickly they can spread. We've been here for minutes and already it is rapidly spreading down the hill. Oh no!
Some people deciding to stay behind to protect their homes. In this dramatic video, a woman using only a garden hose fights back flames. This man and his family were on vacation when the fire closed in on them.
We're actually fleeing for our lives.
A local hero rushing them to safety on his boat. The Australian Navy bringing in supplies and aid, rescuing families trapped off the coast. Firefighters battling the flames from the sky.
Water dropping aircraft overhead pretty much non-stop.
Trying to stay ahead of these fires as conditions are expected to get even worse this weekend.
Tomorrow's D-Day.
And with conditions worsening, the U.S. Embassy has warned all American tourists inside the fire zone to get out immediately. Guys?
All right, you've covered fires, and when you see someone with their garden hose out, your heart just goes out to them.
People forget the radiant heat alone can burn your skin. So the flame doesn't need to touch you directly, but if you get close enough, it can be devastating. Oh.
Currently, there has been at least 29 people and 2,500 homes lost due to the recent bushfires. This has a major effect on the society because people who have lost their homes now have to find somewhere to live, and people who have lost their friends or family members have to try and find a way to fulfill that missing gap in their lives. Many more things than people's lives and homes have been lost. There has been up to 1.25 billion animals that have been lost during this heartbreaking time. Volunteer firefighters and their rural fire services continue to fight to save people's homes, including their own. Take a look at this short clip as frustrated firefighters share some of their opinions and concerns to the media.
Going down by the looks of it.
Whipped up by strong north to northwesterly winds. Firefighters are exhausted and one cannot contain his anger.
You from the media, tell the Prime Minister to go and get from Nelligan.
And from a female colleague to the PM.
Stand down now.
High emotion amid desperate, dangerous and almost deadly work that sees that first firefighter collapse by the roadside.
I've lost 7 houses already in Nelligan. I'm not going to lose any more.
It was close, but heroic efforts saw most saved.
Based on the events of the fires, what are some of the short and long-term impacts?
Although the recovery to Australia will be a difficult process and a long time, there are some aspects that are going to affect the short-term and long-term side of it. So some of the short-terms are people's mental health, how they suffer from trauma, how being kicked out of their homes, like mental illnesses or people's life activities. And also, it's not just the people, it's the animals as well. The animals that were harmed, we're never going to get them. Like, a lot of animals are personally extinct. Over 1 million animals have died. That's something that is going to have to be thought about. And obviously the long-term effects are the people that did die. Those like they fought for the fires to be put out and to try and save this country pretty much. But unfortunately they did pass, which is a tragic loss for Australia. Thank you.
In the recent events of these current bushfires, firefighters and local services recommend people who could look out for certain things in order to reduce the risk of a bushfire. Some examples could be things such as regularly mowing the grass, raking up leaves, regularly clearing leaves from around gutters, roofs, downpipes and around the base of trees, and storing easily flammable things such as wood piles and rubbish piles away from flammables.
By doing these things, it can ensure and reduce the risk of bushfires. In conclusion, we urge people to stop bushfires and be as aware as possible of your surroundings and the effects that it could have on many aspects of people and nature's life.